Motherfucking mini episode. Mini episode. Motherfucking mini episode.
Shauna Paul, there it is, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another phenomenal episode of My Mama Told Me.
The podcast where we dive deep into the pockets of black conspiracy theories.
And we finally work to prove the theories that you, the listener, have at home. It's a motherfucking mini episode.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was trying to do this with my Sean. Were you a Sean Paul guy?
I thought Sean Paul had it for a minute.
I really liked him for a little bit there. I really thought it was fun.
He was cool too because he didn't really talk much. He just kind of like made hits and minded his business. And it was like, How can you root against this dude?
We have no idea what he's about.
Nah, you don't know his principles. You don't know what he believes in. You just know Sean Paul makes good music and has thick ladies dancing to it.
Yep. All I know is he likes that dirty rock.
He talks so little, I didn't even know if he really had an accent. You know what I mean?
No, he could be a Puerto Rican for all I know. Those islands are near each other.
Yeah, Sean Paul could have sounded like fucking Colin Powell, and I would have had no idea.
He could be Daddy Yankee's cousin. I don't know shit about that guy. And that's how I like it.
That's how we like it. I'm Langston Kerman.
I'm David Borey.
And this is a motherfucking mini episode. We get emails from you guys every week. We cherish them deeply and we love to talk some shit about the emails you send, both legitimate and illegitimate shit to be said about all of your messages. And we have a message today.
Yeah.
I would say.
I wanted to piggyback. We do love and cherish your emails, but sometimes we hate them. Sometimes you say everything wrong and it makes us angry. And I think that's where we're coming from today.
Yeah, I think we got a message from a person named Sean. Sean sent us an email that was already from the subject line. You go, wait a minute. But the subject line says, a white man's perspective on black men in dresses.
Which is a paper I never asked to read. I'll be quiet on it.
Big dog, nobody wanted this. We weren't sitting around being like, what did the white men think about the black men in the dresses?
We knew. We kind of knew. So
that's what the conspiracy's about.
And you brought this on your head because what did you think the response to this email was going to be?
Did you think we were going to feel warm cuddlies inside of being like, finally, the white man is ready to speak to us about the thing that we already have been talking about?
But you're a fan, and our fans are masochists, so we'll read your stupid email.
Yeah, we'll read this dumb shit if that's what you want.
All right.
Yeah, you got it.
All right. Do you want me? We can pause. I'm gonna read it all the way through, and then we can go back and dissect it.
I think we'll pause naturally. I think we'll both read the moments where it makes sense to maybe take this in and reflect for a second.
All right, perfect. All right. It starts out, good day, gentlemen. I hope you are well.
Gross.
Yeah. Already don't love it. I was a little white boy growing up in rural Oklahoma in the 90s. I don't like any of that. I thought a black man in a dress was hilarious, and it was because black men were big and scary.
Fuck.
And seeing them, specifically Eddie Murphy,
the biggest and scariest of all the black men, Eddie Murphy.
If you thought Eddie Murphy was one of the scary ones, don't go to Detroit. What the fuck are you talking about? Eddie Murphy was the big scary black man. That you didn't watch basketball?
Eddie Murphy is a cool 5'9" and can't take his shirt off. What are you talking about?
Tiny nipples. All right, but yeah, I thought black men were big and scary, and seeing them, specifically Eddie Murphy, emasculated by dressing up as a woman, ... Just the juxtaposition, ... It was great.
God damn it, Sean. This is...
motherfucker. God damn it.
Sean, what are you trying to do, man?
Why did you send this to me?
This feels like a private journal that you're... This wasn't for us, man.
You couldn't have possibly thought we would like reading any of this.
No, this is crazy, Sean. You're bugging, but keep going.
It was great. All right. There was only one black kid in my elementary school, I could tell, and seeing a black person in public was a rare occurrence. The only black people I knew of were huge, giant athletes.
God damn it. Here's the thing. It's not even so much that I'm unaware of what you're attempting to articulate, Sean. You grew up in a place where you weren't around black people, and therefore you had a skewed perspective of what black people were, could be, all of the things. It's the fucking adjectives you're using that make this feel pointed in a way that huge, giant, monstrous athletes. Like, God damn, man, relax. We know how big athletes are. Nobody's confused about how big LeBron is. Also, I don't love you typing this out like this is an interesting point. Like, you're typing this like, A, I give a fuck, and B, like, I didn't know that your basic ass was scared of black people. You think this is not what I would have thought you felt about this? Had you just been like, you could have stopped it at, I was a little white kid growing up in rural Oklahoma. I could have wrote the rest of this fucking email. No, and so the conspiracy made sense to me. End of email. This is exactly what I needed to affirm myself and my community, is seeing black people made less than by dresses.
And then it's also like, you're telling this to black people. You think we didn't know that this is how you felt?
Yeah, no, you are strictly affirming the fear and not at all illuminating a new thought. But maybe the end of the email, Sean, will take us there. Maybe we're being unfair in our judgment. Please continue.
All right. The only black people I knew of were huge, giant athletes renowned for their masculinity. ... And Michael Jackson, who wanted to molest little white boys.
All right. Fair enough. I can't argue about that. It feels odd that you added it, but it's not untrue. Yeah. Okay.
And O.J. Simpson, who wanted to kill our women.
And we thank him every day for that, Sean.
This is really where the email starts to sing. My parents weren't racists or anything. They are very good people.
The fact that you can see, even if he's saying, yo, I am not this anymore. I am a future self who does not feel these things. These are old thoughts that I'm cycling through. The fact that you can see that for yourself as an older version of yourself and not think that your parents had anything to do with the making of a child who would see all of these people as monstrous giants who needed to be emasculated is fucking crazy.
Well, this is where the plot twists. David even met my mom at his show once.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. But here's the thing also is...
She's like, get over here, nigger. Take a picture.
But also, this whole justification, I don't think he did get this from his parents. I think this is like, I don't think this is a thing that was indoctrinated as much as he looked around and got this. You know, does that make sense?
Yeah, this is just like he took in, this is nurture, not nature. But his own nurture. This is like some shit that he did for himself.
I don't get the feeling that like his parents were like, hey, look at this movie, The Nutty Professor. It's so funny when black people wear dresses.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Yeah. Just growing up in the 90s with basic cable showing me movies from the 80s, I got the impression black people were tough, rough, and strong. You didn't watch like The Cosby Show?
Yeah, you know.
Silver Spoons.
Theo had on that weird shirt. That was about as rough and tumble as he got in the
different
whole
world.
series.
Family Matters, none of that stuff.
Yeah, Urkel was rough and strong to you.
Yeah, this feels like you kind of only consumed a certain type of media.
Yeah.
But all right. Yeah. So growing up in the 90s with basic cable showing me movies from the 80s, I got the impression black people were tough, rough, and strong. So seeing The Nutty Professor, where a black man was a fat idiot and sometimes a woman, fucking hilarious.
Wait a minute.
First of all,
he was
a college professor.
He literally created a serum for transforming his body in an instant. He wasn't dumb. He was the most brilliant man on the planet.
The smartest guy in the whole movie. He wasn't like walking around with doo-doo stains on his sweatpants. He was literally just fat.
He was like, oh, I confused my mayonnaise and my toothpaste again.
Dog.
It's like, no, the entire premise of the movie is that he's actually a beautiful spirit, like a brilliant mind who is just being overlooked because of his obesity and then miscalculates and makes himself fucking skinny. It's not that he's dumb.
Sherman wasn't even the comedic relief in that movie. Buddy Love was, and everybody else. I mean, I guess the other fat people, but nobody was stupid in that movie.
They were ignorant, I would say, but certainly not. They literally, some of the most insightful moments come from the father who, he has chicken nuggets spilling out of his mouth when he says it, but that doesn't take the insight away. He's not an idiot, man.
It's also funny because he's like, not only was the big scary black man a fat idiot, also sometimes a woman.
Fuck, man. God damn it.
And then
Sean. Sean, please, man.
And then he goes on to say, ... fucking hilarious. Hilarious spelled wrong.
That's because he was laughing so much he couldn't even find the keys. He was like, God damn, I keep thinking about it. That's hilarious.
I keep thinking about that fat idiot.
That big old fat idiot. I love it. Oh, man.
Okay. P.S. In 99, I moved to Dallas. There were plenty of black people here and everything is fine. Well, I think that's up to us.
Yeah, I don't know that you get to decide that, Sean. And he has one more note.
Love, Sean. PSS, don't wear the dress. We will be laughing at you, not with you. Well, that's one thing I can agree with in this email.
Sean, we knew that the second you wrote this email. We had no doubt, and thank you for only affirming what we already believed about you and quote unquote your kind.
It honestly feels like you didn't listen to any of the nuance of the episode at all.
No, my boy ran with what he ran with, and I respect that.
Yeah, like I hope that you wrote this email before you listened to the episode, because that is one pet peeve. You ever have it where you talk to white people and you're like, oh, you just don't listen to anything I've ever said.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like, oh, you take the funny parts out and you don't listen to anything else that got said this whole, because that was like, yeah, we know.
Yeah, no, none of this was a revelation for us, Sean, but we do now feel differently about you specifically. I'd
Bummed
say,
out.
yeah, I think we've never told our white fans not to write us or felt a need to separate you all from us, but there's one that we don't need any more emails from.
Yes.
There's at least one out there that maybe could keep the rest of his emails in the future.
Shit was crazy. He was like, I just want you to know it's because you're scary. Oh, man. Yeah. I don't really have much else to say about that.
Well, I think we did it. I think I think, Sean, thank you for all that you do.
I'm not thanking you for that.
And more importantly, if you where can they find you? Tell the people where they can find you.
Well, anybody but Sean can go to bringdavidaplate.com and come to one of my live shows, because I worry that you are also a guy who loves crowd work clips, Sean.
Yeah.
But anybody else yeah, I'm on the aluminum foil tour. Come out, buy some t-shirts, buy some merch. I will be, after this comes out, Indianapolis, Cincinnati, Morgantown, West Virginia, Columbus, Ohio, Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, Springfield, Missouri, St. Louis, Missouri, New York City, Worcester, Massachusetts, Kansas City, Missouri, Sioux Falls, South Dakota, Minneapolis, Minnesota. Come on out. BringDavidAPlate.com for those dates and ticket links. Cool Guy Jokes 87 on Instagram.
Follow David. Go see him. Bring him a plate. Do all that shit. And if you want to follow me, you can see me follow me at Langston Kerman. I would love to acquire you as one of my minions. And as always, you can see me live 10/13 through the 14th. I'll be in at the House of Comedy in New Westminster, British Columbia, Canada, as it were. I'll be 10/20 and 10/21 at Dead Crow Comedy Room in Wilmington, North Carolina. Then I'll be in Vermont Comedy Club on November 10th and 11th, and then November 17th and 18th, I'll be at Hyenas Comedy Club in Dallas. I'd love to hang out with y'all there. And more importantly, if you want to send us your own drops, your own conspiracy theories, if you want to prove that you are, in fact, one of the worst ones, like Sean, send it all to mymommapod@gmail.com. We would love to hear from you. And that covers that. Bye, bitch.
Motherfucking mini episode. Mini episode. Motherfucking mini episode. Motherfucking mini episode. Mini episode. Motherfucking mini episode.